Okay, that's what it kicked me out.
Okay. I joined from here so that I can share a, chart.
Okay.
It's much easier from here to share.
I think I'll be out for a minute and I'll join.
So, see, learning Jyotisha is one part. Reading charts for yourself is second part. But reading for somebody else is a different domain altogether. It's not that simple. Number one. After reading, telling them what are they supposed to do is one of the most difficult parts. There's a fourth step. First and second step, there is no trouble at all. Venture into it. Third step, unless you are pretty sure of your concepts, don't venture into it. Third step, unless you have a strong blessing of the Guru, no, don't do it. Able to understand this? I'll tell you why. There is a book called Lal Kitab. How many of you heard of it? Yeah. So there are a lot of remedies in it. Means any Tom, Dick and Harry who knows little bit of astrology can read it and start giving remedies. And they work as well. In the law of karma, 1 plus 1 is 2. There is no 3, 4, 5, 6 or -1, -2. It's what you do, what you get. And that karma has to be spent somewhere. Either you do it or somebody else will do it for you. That's how you doing pariharas for somebody else's work. If you meditate, it works for someone else. That means you are clearing somebody else's karma as well. To a certain extent. You may not be able to do it fully, but to a certain extent. Otherwise, all big meditators would have cleared all the karma of the whole world. It's not possible like that. Now, when somebody has done some kind of karma, let us say bad karma. Now, when I say karma, it doesn't only mean bad. It's good and bad. Bad karma, and they come to you for parihara, remedies. Now, they have to do something in the same force and in the same intensity, in the same direction, or rather opposite direction, to clear the karma they have already done. Okay. If they don't do it, and very easily they get to, what you say, you take a shortcut and you finish that karma off, then where will the rest of the karma go? To the person who suggested you how to do it. So it's not that simple. That's why I have seen a lot of people, a lot of astrologers, they start off quite well. As they go on and on and on, they face a lot of difficulties either in their life or in their health, in relationships especially. Because now they started accumulating all the extra karmas, which they thought they have given some remedies. Oh, it got cleared, nice, happy journey. Somebody has to pay for it, no? So every astrologer who has to give remedies to somebody else has to do sadhana every day. They have their own sadhanas to do. If they don't do it, it is bound to happen that they are going to get affected. Number one. Number two, the remedies that you give has to be in such a way that they only have to do something and that has to clear. Take a flower, put it in water and it is done. No, it should not be that simple. If it was that simple, everybody would have done it. Correct. Somebody has to pay for it. You go to a hotel, nicely eat, then somebody has to pay for it. No. So that is one thing. Second thing, which is important. Now you may find it why this is becoming more and more complicated. It's not about complication, it's about making it simple. When you read somebody's chart, when you are reading the chart, and you're actually telling someone, you get the best of the answer when there is no doership. Now, that's a big challenge, not having the doership. When you allow the divine to work, best of the best astrologers who have come up with the most accurate predictions and accurate remedies is all because there was no doership there. The moment doership comes, either it will not work or your logic has got into it, which is a problematic thing. Because we are already affected by our vasanas. Let's take an example. You are reading somebody's chart and you see the chart. There is a guy who has come and seeing you, shown you the chart. See, sir, I have a lot of problem in my family, my married life. My wife doesn't talk to me properly nowadays. There is some issue going on. She's not opening up with me. You see the chart. Now you see, oh, there is an extramarital affair going on. What will you do? Tell me. Should you tell? Should you not tell? What are you supposed to do?
We might start judging the person. If
Now,
we might start judging.
yeah, the first thing which starts from your side is whether you are okay with that or you are against it. Now, if you are against the concept, then you forcefully come against it and tell something to the person. But if you are lenient, then you are putting that also into that. So how are you supposed to avoid your vasanas in it? Now, if the astrologer himself is doing something like that, what will he say then? Problem, isn't it? So there is a lot of complication involved when you read the chart and tell somebody what to do. Because your logic comes in the middle and you will be telling something else. You are reading the chart according to your logic and your liking. You want him to do something which you think is right, which may not be the right thing to do. Especially when you have such a complicated piece of information. It's like so many things are there to see. Logically, it is impossible to attain it. So until you develop, if you ask me personally, that is my way of understanding this, until you develop a certain level of intuition to read the chart, don't venture into it in reading somebody else's chart. You can read, no problem. You'd say, for my practice, I'm reading. I don't know much. But don't tell them anything. Don't open your mouth. You tell, go and talk to a right good astrologer. I'm telling you, people are very sensitive to what they hear. By mistake also, if you tell something which is wrong, it will get into their mind and that will start getting programmed. Then you have sowed a seed of a karma which may not be there. Are able to understand the subtleties and consequences of this? That's why I really feel bad when I see so many people sitting on TV and telling nonsense. It doesn't work like that. And then there is other side of it. When you get into these Rahu related problems, there is always one more thing going on. These extra living beings, or rather non-physical entities, Bhuta, Preta, Pishachas, and so on and so forth. Now, we have not even spoken about it. It's a different segment altogether. And so many people are suffering because of these entities. And if you don't know how to cleanse yourself after doing some remedies or giving some remedies for them, then you get affected by the same entities. I'm not scaring you, just telling you what not to do for now. Hmm?
Can we know from a chart that somebody is getting affected with these
Ah,
entities?
yes, 100%. That's one of the biggest things we see during a chart reading. Give remedies also accordingly. So, primarily, what I'm telling you, until you are ready, don't do anything for somebody else. You read it for your practice. You're still a student of astrology. Everybody is, even I am. So, we all keep learning something new because it's such a huge subject, never ends. But then, when should I start? When you start developing a certain level of intuition in astrology. You may ask, then, if intuition is everything, why do I need to learn so much? I can just sit and think, okay, Surya is bad. Hey, your Surya is bad. You do this. No. That intuition comes when you do studies in the subject. When you start really giving your 100% and giving time to it, and then when you make the subject as your deity, the knowledge itself becomes the deity and start guiding you. That is the time you are ready. Then you can read the chart of someone else and tell them what is going on. Because logically, we start feeling that, oh, we are ready. So that's why generally what happens in all these kinds of cases, it is the guru who says, oh, now you are ready, you can start, reading charts. You can start giving remedies. You can start doing that. You can start doing this. So generally they analyze, they go through the person, means they'll have close watch. And then they will say, okay, now you can. Previously, it used to take a long time. Nowadays, it is a little shorter. But still, it will take some time. I can assure you of that. Not that easy. I'm not telling some of you are not capable of doing it faster. It's a thumb rule. Yes. Next. Any other question? Arey, chalo, switch on your videos. This is so boring.
Yeah, when people ask questions like, ನಾನು ಬಕೀಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಬೇಕಾ ಪ್ರಮೋಷನ್ಗೆ, ನಾವು ವಿಚ್ ಗ್ರಹ ಟು ಸಿ?
See, you should actually, it's a combination of things. It doesn't work in one way. Number one, the one who is ready to you will start logically understanding this. Okay. The one who has lot of strong identity about himself, will he do that job?
No.
So Surya
No.
has to be weak. Correct? Or Surya has to be in such a way. By the way, for those who don't know Kannada, means the question is, if you want a promotion, you go and start, kind of, buttering your boss. These kinds of things, if you have to do, what kind of grahas you have to see. So I'm just telling, the one who has strong identity, the one who has a very strong sense of ego, does he do something like that? So you start thinking like this. See, I can give you 100 times, 100 different scenarios, I can give you the graha names. But you start thinking it logically. Now you apply. What are the grahas which are required? First is he has to leave his ego and go do it. Correct? Some people whose Shani is strong, they generally are like that. They don't have to worry too much about it. Means they are okay with the boss taking over. Are able to understand this? And sometimes they are so intelligent that they can even, bring down the ego and do something because they know the situation, they want to do it. And somebody who is very emotional also cannot do it, can they? So you start fixing these. In what kind of a state of mind this person can do it. Then you start attaching the grahas to it. Are you getting my point? I want you all to generate that formula. I used to teach keyboard for some time, how to play musical keyboard. So, and I used to say, see, teaching songs, I can keep teaching forever. That's a good market for me. That's business for me. But if I teach you how to learn a song, that is when I have accomplished something. Because then you know how to learn a song, you can learn any song. But if I only keep teaching you the songs, then you have to come back to me all the time to only learn the song. That doesn't make any sense to me. So here also, every instance in life has some or the other graha to work upon, or the grahas are influencing. If I keep going on telling you the grahas which are associated with that scenario, it doesn't work, because how many will I tell? But the moment you know how to, the logic behind it, how to approach it, then you are done. Means you know how to do it. Are you able to understand this? It will take some time. I can understand it's not that simple, because I used to think that, oh, it is so logical, but no, it is not that simple. So it may take some time for you to understand. So like this, you start dividing every act into these parts, 7, different parts, 7 grahas, and then Rahu Ketu associate with them. Then you will start understanding how to divide. You take any action, then divide it into 7, because every action you have all these 7 grahas working. I think we have already given an example and we understood, right? Didn't we?
No, bhaiya.
No,
Yes.
no, Bhaiya.
Yes.
In this class, we have
Yes,
not.
Kanna.
Acha.
No, we have talked about shirt buying and car buying. Yes.
Yeah. Then
That was not in this class.
is it? No, I think in this class
That
itself,
was
I
in,
remember.
that was in the beginning, like beginning. in
Yeah,
where-
when talking about Navagrahas, I spoke about it. I remember. But anyway, you associate with all these, what they stand for, what the grahas stand for. Take an event. Give me an example. Okay, let's take it up today. Give me an
Promotion.
Huh?
Promotion.
You tell. No, you have to properly be very specific. What are you talking about? Promotion means what?
Promotion in the job.
Promotion in job. So, no, again, be more specific. You getting a promotion is the event, or you asking for the promotion is an event. These are all events, different events. You may find it very tricky now. You asking for a promotion is different. It's all about prashna. What prashna we ask. Then you have to divide the grahas accordingly. Now, only in promotion, there are multiple reference points. One reference point is naturally you getting a promotion. Second reference point is you asking for a promotion. Third reference point is your boss selecting you for a promotion. What are you asking for? Are you asking that, will my boss give me a promotion? Or are you asking that, will I get a promotion? Or are you asking, will I have to put an effort to get a promotion? Will it come naturally? So there is multiple ways to understand this.
Oh. Will my boss give me promotion?
So here what happened? Now we have to divide the question again. See, it's not that simple. Will my boss give me a promotion? Good question. Now you see what and all grahas are involved. Before that, will my boss give me a promotion means I am not asking for it. He has to naturally understand me, my work, appreciate it for what I have done. Then he has to promote me. Correct? Yes or no? There are so many cases involved in here. Now I'll tell you, first thing what you have to see, whether this person is lazy or this person is active. If the person is lazy, why will the boss, recognize him and give him a promotion? See, how much you have to check to first come, this is before answering the question, you are analyzing the background. Forget about that. Let's not make it more complicated. Let's keep it simple. Only that one, action of boss giving you promotion. What and all are required? You go to the 7 grahas. What are the things you associate with it? All of you can all tell. In that prashna, that is the reference point. You tell me, what does Surya represent here?
Identify with that job.
Desire for promotion will come from Surya.
No, why?
The
Did I say Surya is for desire in any class?
Venus will, Shukra will be there.
Shukra.
for desire.
Passion comes from where?
Shukra.
Shukra.
Okay, next. What does Surya represent here? Already you people told.
The
Identity.
confidence, identity,
Identity with that profession.
First
ego.
is identity. Now we are seeing from the boss reference point, not from the person's reference point. But boss
Boss-
itself is the king here.
Is the
Correct.
Surya.
So the Surya himself is the king. Yes or no? And Surya
Yes.
itself is boss here because number one. Number two, are you being identified with your work or not? Correct? For the boss to identify and recognize. So fame is also associated with, now this is a fame with respect to the boss. He has to recognize your work. Yes or no? For that also Surya is there. He has to identify that your work is correct. So that's why fame is associated with Surya. Why? It is
This
all
what-
about people identifying you. If the whole country identifies you as a very good actor, you become a very good actor. Getting my point? That is fame. So here you are becoming famous with the boss. The boss is recognizing you. He is identifying you. So Surya, next you tell me. What is the next one?
Chandra.
What does Chandra say here?
I'm
Boss-
efficient
has-
enough. I'm
Boss has to
confident.
be like mother.
The relationship between the boss and the employee.
There is always an emotional connect. Yes or no? But it is not just about the connect between the boss and the worker. It is about how the boss feels about that identification. Correct? You agree with me? What is his emotion towards that identification? That also represents the worker's state of mind with the answer of this question. Whether he will get the job or not, if the state of mind is bad, an indication that he may not get it, so he is unhappy. A possibility.
For us to find out what is the state of mind of the questioner, we need to know where the Chandra is today,
Correct.
as in at this
Correct.
point of. So I will not know if the person will get promotion or no until unless I know today's planetary position.
Of course, you should know today's planetary position. That's first lesson of astrology.
Oh.
Otherwise, whatever chart you are seeing, it is of your birth chart. When you are born, that was the event which happened, which tells you that it may go in this direction. But is it going in that direction right now? Or you would have already taken a detour, went somewhere else. You are seeing somewhere else. You wanted to go to Goa, but then you decided to go to Pondicherry, and your husband is searching you in Goa. Doesn't make any sense. That's what happens if you try to search something at this point of time with your birth chart without knowing what is going on right now. So
So
with
we
reference to
answer-
what is going on right now, you have to see the birth chart. Then only you can understand what will happen next.
So basically, we can't answer any question at this point of our Jyotishya learning, no? We can only see the vasanas for now. That's
Yes.
all.
Correct. You are absolutely right. That's why I told you don't answer anything because you're not ready yet.
Anna, one question here.
Hmm.
We started with promotion, a person asking a question whether I'll get promotion or not. And it got translated into how his boss, in his chart, how his boss is thinking.
No, see here why it is like that, because unless, that's why I asked you, the first question was, are you asking for a promotion? If it was a question like, I am asking for a promotion, will I get or not? My way of seeing the chart would have been different. Now, what am I asking? Will my boss give me the promotion or not? You may tell what is the difference. There's a lot of difference when you see the chart. Here, what is happening? You are not taking the initiative. You want the boss to understand you, and then he wants you, you want him to promote you. Now, what happens? That means your identification or your popularity with the boss has to be so much, the boss has to select you. Is it happening or not? We should know that first. Correct? Yes or no? See, there are other ways of seeing it. I am just connecting with what I have taught you, and that much we are, only with that much we are doing this. There are little more shorter ways of seeing this, but that will become too much for now. So now, the other part is, even though he recognizes your identity, is he courageous enough to promote you? There may be a reason for him not to promote you. He may fear that you may overtake him, which happens in power play. Yes or no?
Yes.
His logic is crude. That means he's confused among whom to promote. Possible. Now, we are talking about the state of mind of the boss. The way the boss is, because you asked whether my boss will promote me or not. If you would have asked whether I will get promoted or not, see, there's the small difference between the same, between the two. Getting my point? You have to see so much. This is called dividing. You have to divide the question, again divide the question, again divide the question, answer the right part, and then you'll get an answer. Otherwise, you'll go wrong.
And this is divisional charts.
This is not divisional charts. This is only dividing the question. But yes, in divisional charts, what we do, you have asked a question. Now my birth chart will say the same thing for almost 2 hours. Till Lagna changes to the next one, it will be the same chart. Maybe degrees change, but all the houses remain the same, no? Then everybody who has taken birth in that same time in the same place for 2 hours should get promoted at that time. So it will not happen. That means there's something more to check. So you have to go into the precise placement of grahas at that point of time. So what we do? We go into divisional charts. So then we see which chart is responsible for work. In that chart, is there a better chances of this person getting promoted? So first the main chart approves, the divisional chart also says yes, then it's a possibility.
So
Are you able to understand?
It is very important to understand what is being asked. In that sense only we will, the
You
way
have
we
to-
look at it.
Correct. See, the reference point that I keep telling this a lot again and again. What is your reference point of your question? That tells a lot about what you're asking for. Correct, no? What is the reference point? Now I am talking to you, you are listening to me. There are 2 reference points here. I am talking to you. You can read the whole chart as I am talking to you. You can also read the chart as you are listening to me. Then you become the subject. I become the associated, object. But then when I say I am, talking and you are listening, then I am the subject, you become the object. You become the surrounding part of that question. If you say, for example, I am the one who is supposed to talk. In this act of me talking, who is my partner?
The listener.
The listener. Getting my point? The one who is interacting at that point of time becomes your partner, right? Then you became the 7th house person. Where are we sitting and talking? I am sitting in my house. You are sitting in your house. Our common place is through internet. That became your 4th house. When I am talking to Ruchira, there are other people who are part of it. Who are they? The other
Audience.
people in the class. Correct? Yes or
Audience.
no? So they are your bandhus and your. Now, you see, there is a level change here. Let us say there were two teachers. Then what happens? Two teachers become brothers in that point of time because we both are together taking the class. Now you all are together listening to the class. So you all became brothers who are supporting each other or not supporting each other, doesn't matter. You all became. That's why there is a word called Guru Bandhu. What does that mean? If you are studying under the same Guru, then you become Guru Bandhu. The word is so beautiful. It says a lot. So you all are now relatives in a way because you are all learning from the same person. Correct? So for this point of time, at this time, when the class is going on, all of you are listening. So you all became Guru Bandhus. Are you able to understand this? So fourth house became activated already, Bandhu, for relationships. Third house, brothers and sisters. Out of these, some people are like your relatives who relate to you. And some people are close to you who are like brothers and sisters. So there's a small difference. The one who relate to you are relatives. I relate to you. But the one who is born with you means who is really associated with. See, relating and then completely being brotherly in nature is different. You agree with me? Again, there is a fine difference. Here, you have Namrata and Suma. They know each other very well. Now they become more than relatives. Now they are sisters. So third house gets activated for them. Are you able to understand? Now, Swati and Ruchira may not know each other, but you relate to each other because you are part of the same subject. So you are relating through Jyotishya to it. So you both became relatives. Are you able to understand this? So the thing which you are the biggest, if you take from my perspective, the one who speaks, the biggest dhana right now is what? My bank account?
Knowledge.
Knowledge and speech. How am I going to communicate this? For this question, dhana is the way I'm communicating. I may have a lot of knowledge. If I don't know how to communicate, what is the point? It will become like my mathematics teacher in my degree. He used to talk so much, I didn't understand anything. Not just me, around 75 people in my class, nobody understood anything. He was extremely intelligent. But we have to understand, no? So dhana is your communication, speech. In a class, dhana is communication. That is the biggest wealth you can have for a teacher. I was just observing, there is this one Khan sir in YouTube. I don't know, is there in Insta? I'm not in any of the social media. I dropped out long back. So only YouTube I see. And this song, I was observing him. What a communicator. The way he communicates the, subject is so beautiful. Just hold on for a second. Are you getting my point? So communication is wealth here. Then if you are sitting here, are you enjoying it or not enjoying it? The happiness quotient of it is your fifth house. If something is born out of it, you will be happy for sure. If some knowledge, you gain out of this, that is what it has born out of this event. See, of this event of me communicating knowledge with you, something has to take birth. What is it? Knowledge. So fifth house, generally people associate with knowledge also, but it's more to do with happiness. The amount of happiness you get. You're sitting here, you're talking to me, But now problem is, you are feeling very sleepy. What to do? That is your sixth house. Enemy. Enemy for the act. The biggest enemy for any student sitting in a class is sleep. If he sleeps, he cannot understand anything. No awareness. Yes or no? Are you able to understand this? If I take the whole course as a, let us say we are doing some 4 months of course. I have taken that as a prashna. Then sixth house is not about sleep. For that course, the health of that course is dependent on certain things. Oh, this course itself is diseased. It is not finishing at all. It's not happening at all. Something is wrong with it. Some problem keeps coming. So it becomes a different, with respect to that, it is a different thing. You explain it in a different way. Seventh house, I already told you, whomever you do business, see, Vyavahara, end of the day, the whole world is running because of Vyavahara. I give, you take, you give, I take. Give and take is part of every action. If you don't have any Vyavahara, that means you are enlightened. There is no point in it. Anything below Brahman is Vyavahara. You have to pray to the God, God will give you something. It starts from there. Getting my point? So it's all Vyavahara. So whoever is part of that Vyavahara becomes your business person, means with whom you are doing the business. Here the business is happening between the teacher and the student. So the student became, if the reference point is teacher. But if the reference point is student, then teacher becomes the seventh house. Getting my point? Then eighth house. Problems from unknown sources, you can see Randra. All of a sudden there is a power cut, Zoom, it will not work, internet goes off, an earthquake happens. Anything, it could be anything, because that's what Randra means. You have no idea, means I cannot define Randra. You don't know what is there on the other side. That is the whole point. Correct? No? Yes or no? Right from the internet going off to an earthquake and a volcano or a flood, anything can happen. I don't know. That is the point of this. Eighth house. Ninth house. For this whole event to happen properly, you need a ninth house, the divine interference. That's why you first do Omkara and pray. Oh, divine, please help me so that this class happens properly. So divine interference is required. 10th house is the action, what we are doing right now. I'm talking. That's an action. The action. And whatever I'm talking, what labha are you going to get? What labha I'm going to get? Both. But if it is my reference point, what labha am I getting? But if you are the reference point, what labha are you getting? For me, the labha could be the fifth house. Because I'm getting happiness out of it. I'm definitely not charging, so second house not working. So it has to be the fifth house. Are you able to understand this? If I take your reference point, then you are gaining knowledge. That is your labha. Then you go to the 12th house. Vyaya, what are we, what is the expenditure? I am spending my energy, my time, this power, this, this whole equipment, everything, whatever is there to run this. That is my Vyaya. What are you in your reference point? Same thing. You're also spending your time, your setup. Yes or no? That's it. See, all the 12 houses, you got it now. This was much easier to explain, so I explained it. Now you relate to any of the events like this. Let's do one thing. You take an event. That promotion thing is little complicated. I can explain it, but it becomes little complicated. Let's take something else which is more simpler. Then you can come to that point.
Maybe starting his own business. That is.
Chalo, all of you. Somebody, let's become more specific. Now one person has come and asked, I want to start a kirana shop. Simple. Don't go too complicated. What? Pakistan's that whatever that head is, what is his name? Asif Munir. My kirana shop is already spoiled. Now I want to set up one more. He has come and asked you. What should I do? Chalo, start. You guys tell me now. What is first house here? What is second house here? You explain.
Surya, we should identify with whatever.
Oh, forget about
I-
Navagrahas. You go from first house to 12th house. Navagraha will come later to it. We'll add to this. Oh, should I give you an example of Navagraha for what we were talking right now? That I didn't tell. No, I told you about the houses. We started with Navagrahas, which Graha she asked for. And we digressed into 12 houses. Now what happens in this? First house is Surya. First of all, I have to identify myself as somebody who is sharing the knowledge. If I don't do that, I will never share the knowledge. If I also think, oh, I am learning, then I'll sit quiet. You will sit quiet, I'll sit quiet, nothing happens. The first identification has to happen. I am here to share knowledge. Getting my point? In that also, I have to identify that this is divine's knowledge. I am only conveying the message. If I don't have that, I will use my brains into it. That is the
How
different
do
part.
we see that in the chart, Bhaiya? Surya will either be strong, Shadbala will be strong, or it will be weak. So
Surya will
then-
be strong, but he will not be afflicted by any malefics or any bad influences will not be there to Surya. But anyway, let's not get into that. First, let us understand the 9 grahas, how they are working. So first is identification. Second is Chandra, I should emotionally connect to what I am doing. My emotions should approve. Imagine I am crying very badly and I'm sitting here and talking to you about Jyotisha. Will you listen? Getting my point? It will not work. Then third point. Who is the next? Mangala. I should have the courage to sit and talk to you. I should have that courage to share the knowledge with you. If not, what do you call this? Stage fear. Correct? No. This is all from my point of view. If it's your point of view, then you should feel that you are a student first. You should identify, I'm learning. So you start feeling that I'm teaching, then you'll only be sharing, no learning. That's why a guru-shishya, relationship is very tricky. Sometimes the guru may be logically right, but he will never counter the guru. Because the moment you start countering the guru, then you are identifying yourself as a guru, not as a shishya. That identification is gone. But if you counter the guru only or question the guru, and from a shishya point of view, I want to learn whether I am right or wrong. That's different. I know that the guru is wrong. I want to correct him. You are really wrong there. You will not learn. Gone case. You see the identification there, the problem there. We do this all the time. Even before coming to the class, people will be ready that, oh, I know so much. So I have to make sure that this person knows or not, or I'll correct him. Nothing happens. You will not have any learning. So the moment you go to a guru, even if you know something, you should now find out whether it's right or wrong. That's why I've gone to a guru. Otherwise, don't go. The identification goes wrong. So that is the first identification. I am the shishya. I am here to learn. Second is emotionally, I will connect to the subject. I'll connect to the guru. That helped me a lot in learning. That's why very good guru-shishya connection is they emotionally are so strongly connected. It happens a lot. You have heard Gurudev saying many times, I can feel each and every one of you if you are in trouble. That is the power of a full-fledged guru. They can understand. Then comes your Mangala. You should protect the interest of you being a student, first of all. Somebody will come and tell you, what is wrong with you? You are learning all this nonsense. No, stop. Then you should protect that idea. You should say, hey, no, what do you think? Jyotisha is very good. I am going to learn it. So you are protecting that idea of you being the student of astrology. Yes or no? Buddha, you should be able to analyze. I should be able to explain. Communication is from my side, which is happening. You should be able to analyze, divide it and analyze. How do you analyze? Only when you are able to divide it, correct? Separate it. This is coffee and this is tea. If you're not able to divide, how will you know? Getting my point? Buddha. Then Guru. There's always a spiritual aspect of the knowledge and the material aspect of knowledge. Both has to be addressed. So Guru, Shukra, both they do that. So when I am as a person sharing the knowledge, I should know the spiritual aspect of it as well. Especially when I'm talking about a spiritual subject, I should know about it. Or at least I should have a, idea to study it. This is one of the biggest problems with lot of astrologers. When you go to Jyotishya, leaving the Guru off and directly holding on to Shukra, you are in trouble. Jyotisha is not a complete Shukra knowledge. There is a materialistic aspect also, but there is a huge spiritual aspect which you have to attempt or which you have to tap into. Till you tap into that, you'll never understand Jyotish. So Guru is very important there. Then Shukra. The passion has to be there for me to share knowledge, for you to learn. If it's not there, you will not learn anymore. Correct? Yes or no? We saw so many people. Oh, there were 87 people in the first class. Now there are 22 people. No passion. If you had passion, you would have stuck there. Getting my point? And Shani. Shani is the action itself. First of all, you should have the karma, the impression to sit here. For me, the karma to sit here. And second is action, doing it. It goes hand in hand. The impression has to be there, or the action has to happen. So Shani is acting in that. If there is an impurity in that action, then my action may not be clean enough to share the knowledge. If your action, your Shani is not good enough, you may not be listening to me properly. Your action of being a student is not happening properly. Are you able to understand this? Then you have Rahu and Ketu. Rahu is all about the problems which you may get through lack of knowledge or lack of, a smoke screen or a delusion which can be created in the event. For me, I may have a delusion that, I am the best astrologer on this planet. You getting my point? People get into all kinds of delusion. This also can be there. One of the biggest delusion for a teacher, he is the best teacher. He thinks that he is. Are you able to understand this? One of the biggest delusion for a student is they are not able to understand what the teacher is saying. Teacher tells something, he will understand something else. It's also a delusion, which can happen through Rahu. And Ketu is also Vairagya, but also says disinterest. It will destroy the whole interest of you being a student, me being a teacher. Getting my point? Say, if my Ketu is working very strong, I'll come, I see 23 people. There are 100 people in the, this thing. Why are they all not attending? I'm least bothered in this class. Quite possible. Are you able to understand this? For you, it may be like distraction. I have so much of complication. Who will study? I give it up. No need. Disinterest. Problem. But also Ketu represents some level of detachment. Now, don't attach so much that from morning to evening you are only stuck in Jyotisha and not doing your job. Then it's a problem. I cannot be a Jyotisha teacher all through 24/7. Then it will be a problem. So Ketu has to come somewhere and say, Vairagya, leave it. Okay, I did the class, it's finished. Now I am out. I'm no more a astrologer there or astrology, Are you able to understand? Today I went to ashram to do some sound, tuning. Some boys and all were there. They were trying to do something. I called them, hey, come here, Surya, Chandra, Mangala, instead of tuning the speaker. Will it work? So I have to drop this idea of being a teacher of astrology and be the sound engineer there. That idea of me being an astrologer got destroyed at that time. And then some other identity came up. That also is because of Ketu. Rahu, I told only bad things. Good things also come up. Only if Rahu is strong, you'll have faith in this subject. Otherwise, you'll not even have faith in this subject. Something beyond physical realm does exist. Otherwise, you'll be caught up so much in that what you can see and what you can perceive that you don't have faith on all this. Because your Rahu is able to give you that power, you are able to comprehend that there is something beyond physical realm, which is working on us. You got the idea? So now you do one thing. I think it's already late, 9 o'clock. So what we do, this is a homework. You write down 2 or 3 events like this. What event shall we give? First one is to start a business. Now, let us start. A person wants to start a Kirana shop. First one. You have to define the 12 houses. You have to define the 9 grahas. Can you do that? It's a homework. Next, one more homework. What else can we do?
Buying a phone.
Buying a phone. Let's keep everything simple. Very good. Buying a phone. So put it. Buying a phone is the second one. Third one more. 3 you do as a homework. Not such a big deal.
Deciding on wearing a dress or a sari.
Deciding on wearing a dress. For what? You have to be very specific.
For a marriage.
For a marriage function. Done. So these 3 events, now you define. Can you all do it?
We have
Done?
one query. I got
Yes.
mailed on 2 parts. Mangala and Shan, both you said about action.
No. I said Mangala is about protecting the idea of that action. I said Mangala is about the courage.
Mangala is about courage and Shan is about action.
Correct. It's always Shani who is about action. Karma Karaka, we say.
Mangala is a commander, it's a protector of that
Ah,
action. That's classed. Okay.
Shakti Karaka, the one who gives power. Mangala is a representative of power.
And one more thing I want to ask. This Rahu and Ketu are not in Shatbala. I am not sure, but as per I recall, right?
They are not there in Shadbala.
They are not there in Shatbala. So they do not have impression on the entire life, but they come on a phase, like they have their own time.
Why do you associate the faces with Shadbala? I never said that.
But then how do you said Rahu is strong, then the person will have their own approach, right?
I already said last time also, there are many other balas, not just Shadbala. There is Vimshopaka Bala, Vaisheshikamsha Bala, Ishta Bala. There are so many other types of balas. In that you can read about Rahu.
Okay. And second strength of that graha, basically what we read about, what you discussed about Shatbala only.
Yes.
For us, Shatbala will be the reference point of the strength of the graha at this
For now, yes. For now, yes. At this point of reference time, yes.
And you said one as a benchmark, one is a passing mark, below one is fail, and above one is good.
One na. No, I never said that.
100,
Just that
100,
one.
100,
100.
100.
You
100.
missed 2 zeros. That was very important.
100. I just referred numbers and decimals then. Okay.
Uh,
Now,
it
so
doesn't look like important, but 2 zeros are very important.
they change entire every the what you call origin has been changed and divided all by 100. So 100 is the region. But then I was referring to one chart. All our grahas are above 100.
Okay, they're powerful. Possible.
Then I saw other graphs. There were some few less than 100. But I
Quite
assume
possible.
that could be mistake also. But then you're right.
No,
All
no,
could
no.
be above 100.
All possible. Why not?
Lucky that person is there.
No, why do you say that? I have all the grahas above 100.
You're lucky.
No, now the problem is you have a very badly placed, agitated one graha who is very strong in 6th house or 8th house or 12th house. Why would you say he is lucky?
That's bad. Yes. But the one I saw actually seemed a very good chart. It was kind of jealous for me. How come all these people are sitting so nicely?
No, how do you know?
Together.
See, that's the problem. See, you have already decided that the chart is very good. Now you are not able to read it at all. You are done. You'll only see good things in the chart.
Okay.
There's always something bad happening. Don't expect everything to be 100% perfect with everyone. There is no chart which is 100% good or 100% bad. There is always something going on.
That's life.
Otherwise, they will not take birth, no? Yes or no? There is duality. There is good and bad, both going on. You can never have only good or only bad. Opposites are always there.
Yes, that's true.
You cannot get rid of it. You have a male, you have a female. You cannot get rid of that idea. How much ever you say LGBTQ, ABCD, EFG, there is, it's all you have find your own way to interpret it. But nature has already told only 1 and 2. That's it. I'm not against it. I'm just telling you that's what the true definition is. You can decide whatever you want to be in the middle also, it's up to you. So no chart is good or no chart is bad. So I'm telling you, the first thing you should all develop. It's so beautiful. Once you develop it, you'll enjoy life more than anybody. If a good astrologer should enjoy life more than anybody else, because he is the most non-judgmental person on this planet. Are you able to understand this? An astrologer will be the one who knows that everything happens because of karma. Then he is not judgmental about why that person is doing one particular kind of an action and you are against it. No, there is no emotions associated with it. You'll just accept. So when you see a chart, never decide good, bad, or anything. It is just it is. Then only you will be able to see both sides of the chart. If you're already biased about something, then you'll only see that in the chart. This is the biggest danger in astrology. So there is no good chart, there is no bad chart. You start finding what is good and what is bad in it at that point of time for that question. So a person's chart could be very good for his work, but very bad for his personal life. It is the reference point. Correct, no? You know that, who is that? That King of England, I forgot his name. The King of England, and they both were, I don't remember exactly, but who it is, but they husband and wife, they used to fight so much, everybody used to hear them fighting out of the palace also. Are you able to understand? Apple CEO, who was that? He died.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. He had everything he could ask for in his whole life. He died alone. He wrote a That's what apparently I heard, that he said something about his loneliness and all that. So there is always something going on. He made apple, died alone. Correct, no? You made nuclear energy, you can generate energy for decades, but also you put it on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, it becomes a horrible thing, right? Even now it is horrible. There's a positive and negative side of both. Somebody goes and kills someone, you feel so bad, you get emotion. Oh, how can he kill somebody? Now you see the chart of that one who was killed and go back and see in his previous janma what did he do to deserve that killing. You'll never have that kind of a emotion at all. Doesn't mean that you should support killing. It just means that you be neutral to read the chart. Correct, no?
And a past lives we can precisely see, like through division.
No, you
charts,
cannot.
like,
From the chart, you cannot exactly see what is the parts, what, because it's a culminative thing what you see in the chart. From all the past lives, what and all has happened, that's a combination which comes into the chart. Precisely, you have to tell it is more to do with intuition and less to do with reading the chart. But through intuition, you can tell. Some people have that capability.
Also with temples, Anna, when we go to temples, like priests, the pujari usually ask for Gotram and Rashi. They don't ask for Lagna. And we say a different Rashi, which is not Lagna. So why and what's the significance?
The whole idea of our, the way we pray, everything starts from mind. We are of the opinion that you manage your mind, everything else is managed. That's the core idea of it. So Chandra is associated with your mind, your state of mind. So if your state of mind is fine, you see, I tell this to all the time, all the time I tell this. There's one neighbor, one house is there. There's a couple. They fight like anything. That fellow shouts so much. Oh, in the night, 11 o'clock, he starts shouting. Then they have a own house, some 2-3 floor house, nicely, some research, something, blah, blah, whatever, very big post, doesn't matter. But this is their case. State of mind is horrible. Now, I have opposite to my house, there's a construction going on. There are these husband, wife, and there are some 2-3 children they have. Those children are happily rolling all over the mud and enjoy. See their state of mind. Every day, night, those two, they make some chapati, both of them, the whole family sit and eat together. Are you able to understand this? So that's how it works. So state of mind is very, very important. So when you go and do your, archana, you pray to God. That what do you ask for? You ask for you tell your, nakshatra, where your Chandra is. Oh, the person who is born in this Chandra, let his happiness quotient be always high. Irrespective of what he come across. His mind is okay, he is happy. Gotra, because we are always influenced by our ancestors. We don't know how much we are influenced by our ancestors. Each one of us has come from a lineage. If you don't know or know, it doesn't matter. You have already come from a lineage. Lineage of the Saptarishis is what it is said, but then there are other rishis also whom are associated with this Gotra. So you always have to remember the lineage. Are you able to understand this? The father gives you a big bungalow and some amount of money. All through your life, you remember him. Oh, my father gave me so much. I'm surviving because of that. You should, ideally speaking, if he gives. Then imagine this whole lineage has been given by the person who, initially. They brought out this lineage in you. and how much you have to be, grateful for them. And that blessings has to be there. So that you say, Gotra. Your name. So you first identify with you. Then you identify with your mind, your nakshatra. Then you identify with your lineage. So you identify all these three. Then you say, let all the grahas come together and give him the best of the results. That's how you pray. That's why we do Archana.
Anna, Rashi and Nakshatra, there are 12 Rashis and
27 nakshatras.
yeah. So we understood Rashis, but what about Nakshatras?
Someday we'll take it. Nakshatras or 27 nakshatras we'll take up. I use it a lot for Panchanga. I don't use it a lot for chart reading. Means that is my way of doing it. Nothing wrong with people who use nakshatra also. There's a nakshatra jyotisha itself. It's a modern word which people use. But those who you give more importance to nakshatra, they use that. But those people don't use too much of divisional charts. So I'm a big follower of divisional charts. And so I love divisional charts right from the start. I started doing I started learning. By the time I finished my 1 week of reading Jyotisha, I already started reading divisional charts because I was so attracted to it. Done? Shall we conclude for today? Any more questions you have?
Anna, in Mitra and Shatru, like Sama, neutral. So when a graha is placed in a Sama graha, like, so we say that, okay, it's not agitated or it's not relaxed. What do we conclude?
It's sad. When you have no company around you, you don't relate to anything. Since you're not angry, you're not fighting with someone, but you don't have a friend also. You really can't, you go to a strange place, you don't know anybody there. How long can you stay there?
Like going to a best friend, not best friend, going to a friend's wedding.
Yeah,
Friend is on.
on stage, you cannot do much, but you don't know anybody else around. So you feel little sad, boring, sad. So generally the associated state of existence is sad for Sama. It's so beautiful that all these states associated with the grahas are associated with us also. And you see the difference so clearly. One thing which I have observed is you become more sensitive to the differences in different vasanas, different states of mind, different ways of your own existence, the way you do things. You start becoming aware of all of that. That's the beauty of learning astrology, learning Jyotish. What a subject.
No, but that part is a little scary, what you said in the beginning, where we tell pariharas for others, and if we are not right, like it will come back to us.
That's why
That
don't
was-
tell pariharas right as of now.
No, we are far away from it. But even once we reach there, yeah.
It is scary. See, but at the end of the day, nothing happens without a karma. So if I am associated with it, I get a karma. It is. See, one thing I'll tell you very interesting, which happens with me. Generally, I'm bad with memory. But with chart reading, I'm extremely bad with memory. The moment I finish reading the chart, I close the Zoom link. You ask me, who is this person? I don't remember. I'm very happy about it. After reading 6-7 charts a day, it doesn't matter, 6-7 people. I just, some days in Hyderabad and all, I see so many charts. Once in Raichur, I saw about 60 charts, I think. 60 or 70 charts a day, in a single day. It was horrible. One of the most weird experiences I had. We went to Raichur and we had a 1-day session there. It ended up becoming 1.5 day. And people are just pouring in, means one after the other, one after the other. We didn't plan so much. We thought maybe 7-8 people per day we will do. There are one fellow comes, he likes, he goes, he brings somebody else also along with him. There are about 4-5 people sitting here. I saw outside the window there is a big line standing there. I thought this is what, Kerala liquor shop or what? Have you seen Kerala liquor shops? All wearing white dhotis, standing in line, waiting for their turn to come. They have government liquor shops. Like that, people are standing in a line, wondering what. Me and Shashanka were there. Shashanka was going on typing the, what you say, the date of birth, time of birth. And I am seeing it. 2 seconds, I am seeing each chart. How much can you see? Imagine. 60, 67, 70 charts or something. I don't remember now. That was. And the funniest part is, I don't remember a single chart even now. Quite impossible to remember all 60, but not even one I remember. And the beauty of Jyotisha is that once you get into that mode, the intuition becomes so powerful. I see the chart for maybe 10 seconds and I see them, I tell, you have digestion issue. So you do this remedies, you will feel okay. Over. It was a revelation for me also. Oh, like this also you can read the chart. Before that, I thought, oh, I should give extra time, go through the chart properly and all. Nothing. Nowadays, people may feel actually who are coming for consultation. He didn't even speak for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I have read their whole life in that 5, whatever 2 minutes, whatever I read. I can see everything. It is like transparent, whole life. That is the power of the knowledge. Nothing to do with me. Knowledge is so powerful. So when you're doing this, non-doership is very important. The more you do with non-doership, the more you'll not get affected. So I say, after giving remedies, I said, it doesn't matter whether it works or not. It is not my job. It is Devi's job to make it work. She will give the remedies, I will tell. If it comes okay for them, it is Devi's permission. If it doesn't work, it is Devi's, thinking. I'm a big follower of Devi, of Sri Yantra. So I just believe that you follow anybody. You keep a stone and name it something, Ching Pong Po, doesn't matter, as long as you have faith on that stone. It's better to follow something which there is a lineage. Otherwise, you have to create a lineage, which is very difficult. You know this, no? See, you can take anything. Take a stone from the roadside, keep it, and then call it as some name. As I said, Ching Pong Po, this is my new deity. I'm going to start a new religion with this deity. You can, no problem. But now you have to sit and meditate for thousands of years for that religion to work. You have started doing a new wheel, inventing the wheel again. But now you go to, already there is a lineage. People have already put so much of energy into that. It's like you deciding to make a BMW car, which doesn't work. You want BMW, go to the showroom, you see one, you buy it. That is the simplest way. If you want to make one, it will take for another 3 janmas. In the same way, you want to create a new religion, it will take forever. You want to create a new deity, you can, by the way. It's quite possible. Any one of you can create a new deity. But how much power does the deity have, which you have created, depends on your intensity of your sadhana. So better is, already there is a lineage. Go sit, follow that lineage. It's easy. All the research and development has already been done by people. You follow that, you will get fantastic results. Right? So I follow the lineage of Devi Upasakas. Okay, let Devi take care. You follow Shiva, no problem. Follow Vishnu, no problem. Follow somebody. It's easy. Then you allow them to do the job. You do the job, not me. Not much. But still, in spite of that, there will be always a bit of identity. There will be an ego. Even now, if somebody comes and tell me, in fact, not somebody, most of the time it happens. Whoever comes for repeat consultation, they say, oh, we are feeling so relaxed. I feel good. Ah, nice. He's feeling relaxed. If they say, oh, sir, nothing has worked, only 1%, it changed. I say, okay, is it? Little, that one pinch comes, then it goes off. Immediately you realize, Dev is doing, why should I worry? But still there is that one point, tick, karke, it will pinch you. That means some ego is there. But is there, it will affect. Getting my point? I have seen this happening a lot, especially with Bhuta, Preta and Pishachas and all. You deal with them, they'll come to you. That's a very different subject. One day we will talk about it. But they do come. If any of you have any doubts, do they exist? Have no doubts. If I can explain you the logic of Jyotishya like this, I'll also tell you the logic of existence of all these subtle bodies. They 100% they exist. If you have the eye to see them, you can see them also. Not like the ones which they show in the movie. Please don't feel like that. They don't look like that. Papa, they don't look at, they are in their own existence. Or people have too much of imagination. All Evil Dead, everything coming out, Ganji, Kichdi, everything comes out of that. So that's not like that. Bhuta Pretas don't look like that. But they do exist. They are visible. So,
Anna, what about we have Mrityu, we can tell, but what about Akal Mrityu? I mean, something just happens and
yeah.
They just...
Yeah, see, that's what I said. There is always a chance of things going detour. So Akal Mrityu is one of those detours which happens.
But detour is something that I choose, no?
You would have done
I do
something
not
which
want
would have
to.
created it.
But
Now,
then that should
see,
be
the
my chart.
definition of Akala Mrityu is what you have to first tell. See, there are two types of definitions for Akala Mrityu. First, Akala Mrityu is he had this much of breaths. So when you take birth, this much of breaths are decided. A lot of people say this many days, no. This many years, no. It is decided according to your breaths. How many breaths you are going to take. If you breathe very long, you live for a very long period of time. If you breathe fast, it comes down, lifespan. According to your timeline. For karma, it doesn't matter. For karma, the measurement is Vayu. For karma, the measurement is your breath. Getting my point? Now, that is already decided. Now, one definition of Akala Mrityu is you are defined to have so many breaths, but you died before finishing that. Now, one more set of Jyotishis use this word where they say a human being has to live for so long, but he didn't live for so long, he died early. We call Akala Mrityu. Now, if you take that definition, then it is predefined. You are supposed to die early. Normal human range is so much, you died early. That is, Akala Mrityu, that is predefined. I am talking about the other one, where your predefined breaths are so much, but you don't complete so many breaths before that you go off. So now you have to spend that much of time still in this realm. That's where all these subtle bodies come in. They couldn't finish the amount of breaths they were supposed to finish. So they are supposed to finish that much of time to finish that breath. Very difficult.
Very tough for them.
Extremely difficult. That's why the biggest papa you can do is anybody can do is committing suicide. Because you are consciously limiting the amount of breath which is you have decided. Now you have to finish those breaths without a body. They are in a horrible condition. You have all the desires, but you cannot fulfill the desires because you don't have the five senses. You want to taste, you want to be with someone, you want to do all that, but you cannot. That's why the biggest problem associated with bhutas and pretas is, one is they're very hungry for food, they're very hungry for sex. Both of them, they want and they cannot get it. They don't have a body to experience it. And whoever is vulnerable, they catch hold of that subtle body and they experience these two through them. Yes.
Bhaiya, so can the kids see those subtle bodies? Small
Yeah,
kids.
some of them. Not all of them, some of them. Not
Okay.
necessary that everyone can see, but yeah, some of them can.
Anna, without body, how are they expending the remaining breath? Like,
Now that will be
just to-
predefined in a way. That is not according to the breath of your physical breath. The subtle breath is different.
Okay.
Now it is, when you have physical body, your physical breath is measured in certain way. Breath becomes this, what we breathe. That becomes your measurement of time. But when one passes away, this breath is not there, but Vayu is still there.
Oh.
In our subtle body, there are five. In our total physical body, there are 5 elements. We all know that. But when one dies, 2 elements go off. Other 3 elements are always there. The earth element and water element, they vanish. They are dropped here itself. First thing which goes is water. That's why whenever somebody dies, you see the dead body, it becomes fully dry. Within few hours, it starts becoming, there is no water anymore in the body. Water goes off first. Then the earth element goes off. Then the body gets disintegrated. Now in subtle body, there are other 3 elements. Akasha, Agni and Vayu. Akasha is the one which is holding the other 2. Agni and Vayu. So Agni and Vayu means the moment I say Agni, you may think of a campfire. That's not how Agni is. There is only one small form of Agni. Agni is Agni. There is no other word to translate it to. And Vayu is not wind. Vayu, the moment we say, you think of one wind blowing from here to there and there to here. There is only one form of Vayu. Vayu by itself is Vayu. That's it. You don't have a perfect translation in English. So these 2 things are the ones which will carry the subtle body. Means they are the subtle body. They are made up of that.
Bhaiya, you said about vulnerable body and the bhutas pretas can get into vulnerable body.
Yeah.
What do you mean vulnerable body? Is it physical?
Primarily, it is to do with a weaker subtle body. Weaker subtle body is a weak mind.
The physical
So-
body, human being that gets
There are 3 bodies. One is your Stula Sharira. Stula Sharira is physical body. Sukshma Sharira is a subtle body, which you can experience, you can't see. Some people who can see auras can look at it and make out different colors come. Beautiful colors are there. You can see them also. And then there is Karana Sharira, the one which is fueling all these 2 bodies. There's a core fuel for these 2 bodies. So your Stula Sharira is made up of these 5 elements. Sukshma Sharira is not made up of these 5. And then there is Karana Sharira. So if Stula Sharira is weak, then you get diseases. If Sukshma Sharira is weak, then you are attacked by these kinds of subtle bodies. If your Karana Sharira is weak, you really can't express that energy at all. There is no prana, there is no energy at all. Both of them doesn't work properly. Both of them will become weak. So it's kind of the other way around. If Stula Sharira, if Sukshma Sharira or Karana Sharira is very strong, expressed quite well, then Sukshma and Stula, both of them are very powerful. If Sukshma Sharira is good, your physical body will be to a certain extent good. That's why your body will start from your mind. If you keep your mind in a good state, body will start healing itself. So mind is associated with Chandra. Chandra is also associated with healing. The other name of Chandra is Soma. And the Soma means healing. The nectar of healing is Soma Rasa. Soma Rasa doesn't mean the liquor which you get in the shops. Unfortunately, the Soma Rasa has been misunderstood. It is not that. Soma Rasa means the rasa, the nectar, which is responsible to heal you, is Soma Rasa. So if you want healing to happen, it has to happen through Chandra. Pray to Chandra, drink water, you will start getting healed. Depending upon your karma, by the way. Don't tell me tomorrow you drank 1 glass of water and you prayed to Chandra, nothing happened. It doesn't work like that. Again, 4 crore loan, 2,000 rupees EMI. Okay. Chalo, this topic,
So yeah, one
yes.
question. So what if I'll just talk about myself since I've moved to this new PG, and since last 2-3 weeks, I'm very afraid, and it's a coincidence that you're talking about this topic, but I can't sleep in the night. Like I don't know, I'm like alone in the room, and I constantly have this feeling that somebody is there. So
Don't worry.
overcome.
Just keep one Gurudev's photograph, one Durga photograph.
Yeah, I literally hold his like I have this picture of him, and I literally sleep like this in the night.
Don't just sleep like that. You imagine, for sure, you should know that you are protected. The moment you know that, you don't feel that fear.
That is there, but from chanting perspective, is there something that like
Yes. Anybody who feels fear, there is a beautiful shloka of Durga Devi. Sarvaswarupe sarveshe sarvashakti samanvite bhayebhyas trahino devi durge devi namostute. Keep chanting this or Hanuman Chalis.
okay, what is this shloka called? Like I'll Google it.
Sarvaswarupe sarveshe. You Google this much, you will get it. Google is very intelligent nowadays.
Okay.
Or listen to Hanuman Chalisa. Hanuman is the embodiment of strength and all fears.
Okay.
Done. This topic is very entertaining because all of your Rahu is very strong and you want to know more about it. We'll keep a separate class for that and we will only talk about that. I'll get call from my guru. Why are you doing this? But still I'll keep doing this. I can't stop it because my Rahu is also strong. I am also quite intrigued by all this. Now it is to a certain extent I have settled down. So some of my students saw one small demo also. What ma? So for those who think it is not there, recently I had an interesting encounter with him. So there were students also there. Had a nice conversation for some 25-30 minutes, I guess. So it's all quite possible. Anyway. Chalo.
Anna, do
That's
they
all.
also reach out for help?
Huh? Oh,
Do
yes.
they also reach out for
Definitely.
help?
99% of the time they are reaching out for help. They really don't want to hurt. But they don't know how to reach out to help. That's why they give trouble. And the only way they know is to trouble. That's why they do that, what they know. But very difficult to manage them. Not so easy.
But even if they reach out to help, how can we like what can we do to help them?
Don't do anything. You cannot do anything. Don't help them. You just tell in your mind, I cannot help you. Go to someone who can help. That's it.
Bhaiya,
Don't-
can you see them without eyes, closing your eyes?
See, very important. Just because I told you they come for help, tomorrow don't sit. Gurudev has asked me to do seva. I am going to do help all these people. Definitely not. There are people who are trained to do this. Let them do the job. You don't get into their job, because they are not the people. Imagine, somebody who is notorious, who is talking to you, is not listening to you. You are trying to make some sense to them. Is it difficult or is it easy? A proper
Difficult.
physical body person. Difficult, no? Now, these people who have died at a certain state of mind, they are in that state of mind has multiplied now 1,000 times. They are agitated because they didn't have food or sex both. They are in a different state of existence. That level of agitated person, you want to go and tell some sense. Will they understand? So you have to find a different way to help them. You cannot do it. You just pray in your mind, I am not really capable of helping you. There is nothing wrong in it, no shame in it. I am not capable of helping you. You please go to a person who can help you. That will help you a lot. Or you show Gurudev's photo, please go to him. He will save you. But don't come to me. This time I meet Gurudev, is going to tell me, you do all this nonsense. You are sending all these people to me or what? But yeah, better to send them to somebody, not you don't attend to them. It's not a good idea. Yeah, somebody was asking, you can see them? Yeah, you can. It's not that difficult. And not easy also. It's a different kind of a thing. More than that, once you see, you cannot unsee. That is a problem. So you will always get scared. So it's better you don't expect to see. I'll put it that way. The moment you see, you cannot unsee it. So you will be always expecting something in the right in the corner all the time. So better don't think that, everything you think of becomes a sankalpa. Now you, after this conversation, oh, I can see, quite possible that today night I'll see the sankalpa. Don't take sankalpas. Anything can happen.
They look like us or like something different, light or something?
They are all in multiple forms, pa. Like how there are so many forms in human beings, like that subtle bodies also have their own form, right from most beautiful to most ugly. However you want to define what is ugly and what is beauty. But yeah, they range in there. In fact, there are more variations in what you define as beauty and ugly in them than what you can find in this physical plane. Somebody said something, or that was just a accidental unmute? Chalo, anyway, now don't think about all this. If you see, there are so many lower lokas. There are 14 lokas, according to Puranas. There are some lokas below human beings, and there are very beautiful, powerful lokas above human existence. So don't think about the lower lokas and think this is how existence is and expect all the bhutas to come to you. It is better you think of the lokas above you and expect those people to come to you. The Siddha Purushas, the angels who are there around, if they come to you, they also come, by the way. Very strong, you can feel their presence. This also has happened when we all are sitting together and we are discussing. We have seen some, very divine beings coming and standing and listening. They come. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Tapaha. In Gayatri Mantra, that's what is there. The lokas, what you are going, above you. That's why you never chant about lokas below you. You always chant about lokas who are above you. Above matlab don't see the sky. That's not how it works. In energy, they are above. That's it. They are right now. Parallelly, they exist. Bhuloka, Bhuvar Loka, Suvar Loka, Tapas Loka, Mahat Loka, and Satya Loka. Now, beings from these are very powerful. They are very beautiful existence they are. If you from your heart call them, they'll come. You do satsang, they come. You do good sadhana, they come. 2-3 people sitting together, if you only talk about how problematic your life is, then people associated with problems only will come. Who will get attracted, you tell me? Correct, no? So if you, same kind of people will come, whoever you are talking about. So if you are talking about that beautiful, divine, beautiful nature around, that kind of people will come. From different lokas, they come, they visit you, and they bless you also. If you are doing a good job, they will bless you also. Most of the time, they don't curse. So don't worry about that. So think of those people. Think of them. They are also very beautiful looking, by the way. Very divine looking. You can see them also. If you do meditation and all, you can see them. They come. So with that note, we'll close the class. Not with the lower loka note, the higher lokas. Let's keep it at that. Huh? Chalo. We'll all catch up in the next class. Till then, do your homework. All the 3 instances. Write 12 bhavas and 9 grahas. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev Anna.
Jai Gurudev.